Hi, welcome to Real Intense Fishing. I'm Scott Miller, and today I'm going to do a little tutorial. Hi Mogan. Yes, we're making a video. Isn't that nice? Anyways, today I'm making a little tutorial on how to tie a Shminnow. This is the fly right here. I use this all the time for snook. I've had snapper hit it. You know, it's just a good all-around fly, and it mimics a shrimp and a minnow, hence the name Shminnow. So I'm going to show you first what you're going to need here. Going to need your white thread, your strung marabou white feathers. I've added some crystal flash in the pearl color, and I also have some crystal flash Shminnow, which is also pearl. And I'm also going to be using like bead chain eyes. I've got the medium, which is the 1/8 size. And last but not least, we need our important hooks. I use a size 4 saltwater hook. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to get our hook out and put it in our vise. Okay. Nice and tight, that's not going anywhere. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start my thread. Let's get our arm out of the way here. So I'm actually just going to start our thread by going it's nice and tight, and we're going to trim away this little hair here that's thick at its end. Okay, and we are going to then wrap our hook all the way to the back. There we go, that's good there. Next, we'll take our feathers, pick some nice looking feathers. I grab 2 of them, lay them on top of each other, like so, and then I also grab my crystal flash. Take a strand of it out. I need is 1 because it's rather long. Okay. I'm actually going to fold it in half, cut it in half. Okay. Then I'm going to fold it in half again, so I've got 4 little ends coming out of the back here. Okay, just like that. I'm going to lay that underneath on either side of my feathers. Okay. First thing I want to do actually is to cut a little bit of these hard ends off so that I can have a nice smooth base to work with. Okay. Then I'm going to take my flash and on either side of our feather, just like that. I lay this on top of my hook, grab it towards the back here, and then tightly I'm just going to wrap my thread around it, nice and neat, nice and even, nice and neat. Come up to the front, just like that. Okay? Next, we're going to take our eyes Okay, I'm going to use my black ones because I like them. They work. I have red ones too, which I use as well. These are a little bigger, but they work just as well. But on this one I'm going to be using the black ones, and I'm going to cut. There we go. And it's really important with the eyes to make sure that they're even and level on top, but also tightly wrapped so that they don't spin on you. And we're going to do a figure 8 pattern, okay? Back and forth. So that. And we're going to make sure that it's really tight. Notice how I'm holding the hook so that it doesn't come out of the vise. But at the same time, you also want to make sure you don't do it too tight that your thread breaks, because then you're really screwed. So here we are there, our eyes are on, and I'm actually going to go all the way back whence I came to the rear of the fly, just like that. Okay? And the next thing we're going to use is our Crystal Flash Shminnow. Pearl's the color. And I take the end of it here, and this is important. What I actually do is I make sure that the end is actually facing to the back of the fly. I'm sorry, the end is actually facing to the forward of the fly, so that all your tail end is towards the back. And I'll tell you why here in just a moment. You'll see. I'm going to give it a couple wraps here, just like that, and I'll bring this back up to the front again, over the eye, and I'll just let it sit. Okay. Arm here. Let's get that up and out of the way. And it's so much easier to do this with when you have it out of the package too. And then what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this around the fly. You know, tight but not too tight. But I like to make them a little fluffy, so I'm put the inside, the line right on top of each other, you know, so that we have a nice transition onto the fly. This part takes me a little longer because I'm somewhat of a perfectionist, but you know, we will just keep going around and around. Just like that. And we're going to go all the way up to the start of the eyes. Okay. There we go. Beautiful. I'm going to pull this parallel with the line that's coming off the fly, off the end. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my arm out of the way too. Get this arm out of the way, and I'm actually going to wrap once, twice, and then we'll do a couple figure 8s, just like that. And I'm going to trim off the end of my Shminnow, just like that. Okay, I'm going to give it a couple more wraps. Okay, and put my arm back. There we go. Okay, so my Shminnow's done. Now I need to finish it off by just tying the end of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our tool here, and I'm going to hook and then let it wrap here, around there, and hook here, around there, and then I'm going to hold this, okay, and I'm going to make a triangle, and I'm going to go right over the back of the fly like that. Okay, my arm out of the way, and then we're just going to spin tightly around the eye of the hook, and we're going to want to do it 5 times. 4, you do is you actually pop this little back off of it. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay, and then we'll tighten. Hold the fly. Uh-oh. Let me just... Okay. I can save that. There we go. Okay, and last but not least, I am now going to trim it up to make sure that it's nice and neat on the ends. So we'll make it, have about an inch or so, a little over an inch. And I will take my scissors and cut. Okay, and there you have it. The Shminnow. Nice and neat. Great fly for snook, jack, reds. I mean, I've caught everything on these. These are just great, great flies. Everything eats a shrimp. So, you know, Shminnow. I hope that was informative and will help you catch some more fish. Thanks for watching. Scott Miller with Real Intense Fishing, signing out.